Hey, you tourists, it's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Basics. You're gonna do since how we do text, baby. Man, that's back. You know this. No, this. The only place, 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 only place go get it. Only place go get it. Only place go get it is right back on basic. You're gonna do since how we do text, baby. Man, that's back. You know what it is. Know what it is. Know what it is. The only place you ever gonna get it is right back on basic. And today's topic we're gonna talk about is. And the only place you ever gonna get it is right back at basic. And man out dollars back, you know what it is? Real men rise up, fake men rise down. Real women rise up, fake women rise down. Practice what I preach and preach on. And today's topic we're gonna talk about is okay. Alright, I'm gonna do this response to Sergeant Willie P. Sergeant Willie P. Sergeant Willie P. WP. Yo, I saw your video, bro, man, and I get your whole point, man. When they say that, I don't think that all of us are centered to that category of kind of men like that. Like I said again, man, you know, you look at images. You look at images all the time, especially if you watch TV and you listen to the radio. If you read books and stuff like that. It's imagery. Imagery is very powerful. They put it on TV how people product themselves and unproductive men of themselves, how they view and how they see themselves. They do think of black men are weak. It's not that black men are weak. We've been traumatized and sabotaged all our lives because we believe one thing and believe another. There's three different types of black men that they are today. You got the house Negro, the field Negro, and the hybrid Negro. The house Negro is the dude that does reaccomplishment of trying to maintain the mechanization, trying to make something for himself. And there's nothing wrong with that. But many of them, they got this mindset of a white person. They think they're more superior to their own. And they don't do it to other race and national people. You could say that they always use the term uppity Negro. They always say it. In other words, they superior to white folk. But it's the same logic. They think white guys are more superior to black. Nobody shouldn't be more superior and inferior to anybody. My whole thing is this. I don't have a problem with a brother trying to maintain and make mechanization, trying to go for himself. But a lot of them do forget where they come from. It's not that they don't forget where they come from. They probably been making fun of, been talked about, being disrespected, and they just feel like they don't want nothing in the community, you know. And those type, they want to get along with everybody, but it ain't that simple. Because there's some people you gotta make sure other people do the same thing for you before you do the same thing for them. I mean, sometimes they could be forgiving, but and being too much forgiving. The house real one of those type of brothers, man. They got a better life. They have a better payment, better house, better life, better car, all that other stuff they have, and having a woman on their side. But the problem with those type of guys right there, they do everything they can to try to avoid or stay out of trouble. And that's what they're doing. But sometimes you can avoid out of trouble, but you can never avoid when trouble is involved into you. Because people gonna always keep messing with you all the time. So and I see this. I see these images all the time, especially in TV, movies and news and stuff. And you hear this a lot. You hear this a lot. And I'm gonna say to this, man, we're really in trouble. That's why I don't like talk about this kind of stuff. Because I got other things to talk about instead of this. And because our days as a people is over. It really is. Because it ain't going to be no more Martin Luther Kings. And it ain't going to be no more Malcolm X. Those brothers are dead and gone. What are brothers they have a look up to left? Barack Obama. Now people feel disappointment. Barack Obama, he say he gonna do things, say he ain't to say that he gonna do things doesn't mean he gonna actually gonna do it. And Obama made it clear that he's not only the president from one group of people, he gotta be a president for all group of people. Now I get what you're saying right there, because I see this all the time. You got a lot of black men, they mind their own business, they just don't say anything. See, those are some want to stand up. A lot of them are afraid Because if they stand up, they're gonna risk to lose everything: the house, the car, the money. They're afraid of all those things. They're afraid they're gonna lose the girl. They're afraid that all this that. But I say, don't be afraid of anything. But one thing they can never take away from your faith, and that's for real. I don't care if they take away your woman, your car, your all this and all that. They can never take away your freedom. No matter what you do, you're going to maintain and die for what you stood and what you meant for stood for. Don't ever be afraid to stood for anything. But they do need to stop being that house Negro mentality and try to be uppity on everybody, trying to look down on everybody and just shit on folks because somebody shit on them. And I'm going to say this to brothers and sisters out there. Don't make fun of people like this, because you're going to see a lot of black men like that who just don't want to do it. They like you see Bron James and Derrick Rose and stand up to the protest of I Can't Breathe, Eric Gardner, but that's different when it pay tribute to they pay tribute to Eric Gardner, but they put Don't Shoot, Put Your Hands Up, Michael Brown. You see how they try to put this divide and conquer between the black community, and the media and the news and all those people do it all the time. See, Eric Gardner was the good kind of brother like that, good brothers type. But then, but Michael Brown was the thug type. But let's be honest, people know the truth. Why do black women chose the thugs instead of the brothers? They know why. It got something to do of witness of their protection of them. What I'm saying is that they look at brothers like that. They can't be the protectors of the community, especially from bad elderly people. If anything can happen for her. See, loving a woman is not going to be enough. You're going to have to die for her and fight for her, and she's going to have to do the same thing for you. If you don't, you're going to lose that woman. You're going to lose part of yourself. And it's hard for them because they're afraid that people are going to elevate them as criminals and thugs and stuff. They're going to still label you that even if you do those things or not. You got these brothers wearing suits all the time thinking they able to be in men. I don't care if you wear suits or not. They're going to still look at you as a savage beast, a savage animal. You can learn to accept this or don't. Even my dad, his house was broken in, and they told him to carry the gun. He would not do it because in his mind, he's 62 years old. He feel like he's getting too old for this. He want to live, and I can understand that. But you have to stand up for something, man, and you have the right, anything the right to stand up for yourself. Because after a while, we're gonna get tired of this. We're gonna get tired because otherwise they're gonna keep fucking us over. They're gonna keep doing it until they get a reaction on us. They want us to fight back, but at the same time, they don't want us to fight back because they can continue to do what the hell they want to do. And our people the same way. I'm telling you, a lot of people have been afraid to stand up for something. I'm never afraid to stand up for anything. And that's the real. I don't care if the camera's there or not. A lot of people are afraid to stand up for something. Even they're afraid to stand up to cops, stand up for the government, criminals. Don't ever be afraid of something. Only thing you need to be afraid of is God. You don't need to be afraid of no guns, dying, or getting cut, getting killed, or blow. Always face your destiny and live beyond your destiny. And standardization, stand for something, what you stand for. It's hard for black men. It really is. So cause House Negro wanted the type they'd do anything to kiss white folks' ass, which is nothing wrong be making money with white people, but why you can't make money with your own people? They don't want to do that because they don't want them to have the same position as they are, and they will do anything they can to keep it. See, House Negroes like that, but some of them don't mind help out, but many of them ain't gonna do that. So brothers and sisters on the corner and all that, y'all need to stop making fun of black men out there who are like that, because those are the ones gonna diss yourself away from you. And that happens. It happens all the time. Then you got the field Negroes. The field Negroes are the ones always maintained and maintainization make it a hard time. They always talk about people forgot what the struggle is about. I understand it's not easy to make it in the world because this society. My uncle told me this. This system designed to set you to fail, and that's what this system produced is to get you to set to failure. I never said failure. And I still maintain make a living, make a videos. And it's hard for black men like that because women love those type of guys right there. But they know most of society will never accept them because they got to keep an eye on that brother because they look at him, he's doing something. I know it's not right, but that's just the way it is. Because he got 3 strikes, he already got 2 strikes. If he get more strike, he's out of here. And you know, is he only earned 2 stripes, he gonna get 3 stripes. And he ain't gonna live at the age of 28 and 25. Those are brothers will do anything as risk their lives of their freedom to show one main thing they show they're not a punks. They got something they got to prove of. I'm not a punk. I ain't this, I ain't that. And then you wonder why a lot of black men have this kind of attitude like that because they figure this is what able to makes them to be a man. They don't look up the guy that's working a 9 to 5. They don't look up the guy who a police officer or a fireman or a lawyer. They don't look up to people like that. Who the people they look up to? Gangsters, thugs, murderers, drug dealers, pimps, players, hustlers. They look at those guys are real people, real men, real families. But all it is a dark cloud and lonely nights, man. Streets ain't got no love, man, and that's for real. You can die and end up in those streets. It's just like a quicksand. Once you've fallen into a quicksand, it's gonna keep pulling you down. And streets is like that. It's nothing cool, nothing safe about it being in the corner all the goddamn time. But they feel like they gotta make a living to maintain, to make it in the survival in the world. But those people, all they know is street smarts, but they don't have book smarts. That's the problem. Those kind of brothers, the house Negroes, they got book smarts. The field Negro got street smarts. How you deal with people. And house Negroes don't got that. They got to deal with people in the corporate way the system operate itself and how it works. So I understand how the world works, but at the same time, I'm going to fight for what I believe. And if I have to lay down all my life and die for will enough to believe. One thing they can take away anything. They can take away your house, your car, your money, this and that, your material possession, this and that. But one thing they can't take away is your faith. And I want to let everybody know that. But the problem with field Negroes, they need to stay out of trouble. That's the problem with them. They don't know how to stay out of trouble. They know, they just don't want to stay out of trouble. They figure this attitude, I'm going to do what I want. And they not only making themselves look bad, they make other people look bad. This is why a lot of people don't respect us in the first place. Because you got brothers, black men like that is just I don't give a fuck attitude, fuck the world, fuck everything in society. And that's the mindset. These are the kind of men that's having babies that create nothing but babies. And women allow these type of men doing that to them. But the guy that's working and strive to maintain, that's the guy that's going to pick up the damn garbage. Oh yeah, that brother, that type. I've seen it too many times. And everybody dressed that silent of that issue. Black women hate discuss that. Same thing. I see this when you got sisters who got kids and the ones who don't got kids. I feel bad for the sisters that don't got kids because she got to take care of another man's child by the premenstrual relationship that he ends with to a female way before he met her. It happens. Nobody wants to address this. No other community do this than black community. You barely don't see other community do this. You barely don't. See, these are the brothers, the field Negroes. They gonna keep an eye on them because they gonna start turning away of people. The house Negroes are the ones, they want to maintain the maker somewhere, but they want to move far away from the community, don't want nothing to do with their communities. Because they figure they ain't going to bring me down. And, you know, it's that crab in the bucket mentality. And black men and other brothers like that, the house Negro, field Negro, those two are the worst, man. Those two are the worst inspirement what it means to be a man in this country. But both of them ain't shit. The house Negro and the field Negro, they both are stupid and both got to take responsibility of the certain action and attribute of they should do. But one thing that I believe is no Not only that, the house Negro, field Negro are just the worst of kind of black men, but then you got the field Negroes like to play. I mean, not the field Negroes. You got the hybrid Negroes like to play both sides, but they don't take each of the issue and trying to hear both sides of the issue. You got to look at it both ways. So if you don't look at it both ways, you got to choose which way you trying to farther. Are you going to go to the left? Or are you going to go to the right? Or are you going to go both ways? See, sometimes they go both ways. You're stuck in the middle. So I understand what it's like. I am none of those brothers, them house Negro and the field Negroes type. Those are the ones are the worst right there. Those are the ones that's the worst. And it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad because there are a lot of black men who are like that. So black men do need to get off of this mindset right there. In the same way black women too. You got your the H. Jemima Sapphire black woman, and you got the good natural beauty, natural hair black woman type. There's types of that, and no other community do this than we do. Now it might be anywhere else, but say it like this: look at what's on TV. Look at Hollywood, for example. What do you see in Hollywood? Black men got to play this typical certain rated element and out of element stereotype. If he ain't gotta put on a dress or get shot in the ass or died in a horror movie, which one they gonna prefer? Like they will never play. They will never get a brother play a leading role. They will never do it. They will never ever do it. Like just that Rush Limbaugh, that fat greedy motherfucker right there, that fat greedy motherfucker. That he look like a pound of steak and mint bacon, like a steak and mint peppermint patty, but peppermint grill mint of layer fart and layer mint fart farm fat fuck motherfucker. Gonna try and sit there and say about, I forgot what that brother's name was, the one who played a movie called Daddy's Little Girl. He did not want that brother playing on that movie, James Bond movie, because all James Bond movies got to be white guy. Maybe so, but what is wrong putting a brother in there? You see what I'm saying? When it comes to we talking about diversity, we the only group talking about diversity. But every other group don't do the same. See, this is why they call black people colored, because they're trying to say that blacks can produce any other color, even white. But you hear white people all the time saying white is not a color. White is just pure. Ain't nobody's pure. If white is not pure, what makes black is pure? Because we think that black is the most dominant. But frankly, that I even heard of some black woman saying sooner or later the black race is going to die out, just like the white race is afraid the white race will die out. It's already been mixed economy for years. This ain't nothing new. And there's nothing wrong with a brother on James Bond movie. I would love to see it, because I get tired of seeing these kind of black men playing this typical narrative stereotypes that if it ain't a fucking another Mud Deer movie, or I look at these movies and I'm saying to myself, there's a difference between a black movie and a white movie. Black people don't kill in their movies. Whites do. And so is Asians. But why is that? That tell me right there that black community are the most forgiving people. We is. I sure as hell don't. I forgive, but not too damn much if they can't do the same thing for me. I mean, it's ridiculous that, then you got our women, the way they portrayed as being single mothers by choice. If she got to have a snarky, diva complexity, diva mint attitude, if she can't have a love scene from a man, but they'll put her to that she got some, nobody wants her, they'll nothing but look at her as a fudge weight or chocolate fantasy type, for they can keep it gleaming her eyes off, like they can't get her eyes off of her. It's really sad. It's really sad in the community. We're the only group of men, a race, that do that. And they do see black men as cowards. They do. We're not cowards. They think we are, but we're not. They even see Obama as a coward. One of the Fox News channels, they trying to say Obama don't have no backbone. And I wish he do. He need to stand up to these motherfuckers. But he won't do it because what he'll do is he'll dance around it and make it seem like he's trying to be the affectionate black men. You got a lot of black men right now that doing the same thing Obama, trying to prove that I'm a good black man type. That ain't mean nothing. Even if a white guy got to prove how much of a nice person he is, they're gonna spec him being that they'll call a white person some names, a blue-eyed devil, or this caveman troll, and they'll spec him to be a racist. Even if he's not, they're gonna spec him to be like that. There's some of them are, and there's some are not. Even there's some black people can be racist, but they say blacks can't be racist. But it's funny how our people say whites are the devils. But do you ever heard that they think that black can be devil as well, just as much as white? Black can be just as much as angels that black can be just as much as the angels as the whites can be. For some odd reason, you got to look at these certain image, how they portray and how they brings effect in our society. This is why I have a hard time looking at black movies, because they show the same certain subject matter all the time. If it ain't talking about the hood, or talking about the neighborhood, or talking about a fashion statement, a possessive material, we don't care. We look at it once. We want to be on TV. We cool with that. And what a black woman going to offer in the dating scene? Her ass. That's the only thing they focus on, her ass. If you don't believe me, but where's the personality to a sister? You won't find that. They out there, but you won't find it. Just like what a black man can offer in the dating world is his dick. Because that's the first thing they think, that black men is nothing but a walking male dingo and mandingo-ness machine that think that he can produce nothing but babies out of the babies that he couldn't produce, of the seeds that he can produce, a seed that he couldn't take care of, or he couldn't afford to take care of. So we need to start doing our own thing. That's just what it is, man. And stop complaining, because you can blame white for this. You really can't blame, because they're going to put the kind of image what they want to see of themselves and how they define who they really are. And build up that, for they can lift up that low self-esteem, because there are white people do have a low self-esteem, feeling bad about themselves. But I can't get mad at it. We need to get out of that same thing. If we're going to talk about diversity, we better make sure other people do the same, because we'll get pissed off. Look at what we get mad of hip-hop now. We got pissed off of hip-hop because some white people come in there and took over hip-hop. Yes, in some ways, but guess what? Who owns the record company? Most majority of white folks. Now you got some black owners who own a black coverage of record labels, or being an independent artist. Go your independent and make your own publish, your own mainstream. You got black women who own a record label, all this other stuff. We're the only race of people don't even have group economics, because we don't want to work as a unit, as a whole. We'll work with other people. That's just the way things are, and that's the way thing is. I mean, you see it all the time. Just like that movie, Chain on Chain. People went out of shit. That think that Jamie Foxx gonna plot him and kill all for white folks. They got a white person right next to him. But when I saw the movie, if you looked at the movie, the white guy do more killing than Jamie Foxx does. The white guy do all the killing more than Jamie Foxx does. So what does that tell me right there? They own Hollywood. So what does that tell you? Even Black Hollywood is full of shit. And so is white Hollywood. But let's be honest, they control what's out there, what's been on television, and what is not on the television. That's just the way it is. So stop complaining. We need to run on the social TV network like any other race. If we find the direction that we need to go, to find a certain direction we trying to go for ourselves, to have something that we can hold and control on our own, just like any other destiny. But the thing is, they're gonna put the kind of image that they want to see. Even black community don't want to see something that's trying something else. Let's be honest. Like Alex Croft, nobody wants to see that movie. So what does that tell you? Black community do not watch action film, and I know there's some blacks watch action film. Some of our people don't watch horror films, but there's some blacks do watch horror films. But you don't hear about it. They will never show that stuff on BET because BET is a family entertainment. And they think it's a black entertainment. It's not a black entertainment. It's Redstone owning that. That's Geico, Vico, whatever you want to call it. Owned by MTV, VH1, and all the rest of these people. They owned by that. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you right there? We're the laughing stock of the world. Nobody just ain't taking us serious till we take ourselves serious. That's when people gonna respect us. Other than that, they're not gonna respect us if we don't respect ourselves. And that goes to anyone else. We don't even protect our own women, if you ask me. Our own women don't want nothing to do with us. And can you really blame some sisters that really feel like that the way they all black men know all sisters ain't like that. And when it comes to date outside of race, why is it that you got it's okay, it's good a black woman should be happy dating other races. And that's great. Some they don't want to see a black woman happy, and that's sadly, but they deserve being happy. You can't expect them to be single forever. But we need to get rid of this anger that we got, because I don't know where it comes from. There's days you want to get upset, but you got to let other be happy. So you got to find your happiness, what you want to find. But when a black man date outside his race, all of a sudden there's a problem. So the only way it is, they gonna think he gonna knock this girl up and left her there, just like he did his own women. They don't tell me, because they do say that, just like they think a black woman, all she good at is making babies, and even though that's a fucked up shit to say, and that's wrong, that she can't wait to fit herself to be a mother, being a wife. All she good at is laying her back, and that's sad. And then you hear movies like that. So we got to make a change for the better, and change for the better, greatness, for more better, a lot more to come. That's all we need. Whatever your name is, Sergeant Willie Pete. That's all we need. And once we're gonna get ourselves like on track, we're gonna get ourselves together, and we're gonna get right back into track and where we started and where we left, where we started at. So let's finish the job and finish things else, and let's make this thing happen. All right. And that's all I got to say about that. It's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Basics. Chuck of the Deuces. How we do text, baby. Until next time. All right. Peace, and I'm out.